we have another developing situation in the NFL. Forget about quarterback controversies. Do we have a quarterback conspiracy with a former number 1 overall? On a Bud's Chicken and Seafood Friday. BudsChicken.com. Bud's Chicken and Seafood is yum, yum. Look at this from Yahoo Sports. You already know Bryce Young will start for the Panthers. Andy Dalton involved in a car accident on Tuesday. But did you hear what head coach Dave Canales said on Monday when asked if the team had lost confidence in Bryce Young? Listen to this.
This is about Andy Dalton. This is about playing the Broncos. This is about taking strides with our group that we have in.
Right.
And that's really where the focus is. And that's what all I can give you right now.
Nothing to say about Young whatsoever. Canales then asked if he felt the need to see Young play again. Watch his demeanor here.
Do you feel like this organization needs to get him out on the field to see if he can play?
Right now we're focused on the Broncos. Andy's playing this week, and that's really where our focus is at.
Nothing to do with him whatsoever. But then JPA Football points out the fact teams in the league want Bryce Young. They want to see him play. They may want to trade for him. There is interest there. But wait, because things are about to get very, very strange as we continue, presented by Twin Peaks. Eats Drinks, Scenic Views, your UFC 308 headquarters. Watch UFC for free at Twin Peaks. Joe Ovies, before the accident, this is before the accident happened, talking about the quarterbacks and the QBR. This is mind-blowing. Listen.
Shout out to the Carolina Panthers, who have 2 quarterbacks on that list, both worse than Deshaun Watson, who's on this list twice.
Wow. 2 quarterbacks of the top 5 worst QBRs this season. What does that tell you? Ovies floated this idea before the accident happened. Listen to what he said.
That Andy Dalton right now is not doing anything better at quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. Why would you not go back to Bryce Young to see what he's got?
That's what people were wondering. And then the gods of football got involved with a car accident. And then Dave Canales with the media on Wednesday having to explain, we got to make a change because of the car wreck. Look.
Unfortunately, in the accident, he did sprain his thumb. So Bryce will be playing this week for us, and we'll be evaluating Andy day to day going into this weekend to see if we can get him up as the 2 on game day.
Did you hear what he said there in the first 4 seconds? Interesting, strange, little diversion. Listen closely to what he said. It's just 4 seconds about playing this week for us. Listen.
Unfortunately, in the accident, he did sprain his thumb. So Bryce will be playing this week for us.
For us, meaning who? Who else would it be? Unless you know that there's trade potential. When you say for us, why are you volunteering that information? That is, he doth protest too much. Someone's not being completely forthcoming with the media. Again, Dave Canales. But wait, because here comes the conspiracy signs, and they are crazy. Presented by X Golf. X Golf West Palm Beach. X Golf WPB on Instagram. Look at this, Sports Injury Central. Here's who they are. They are on Twitter, and they are elsewhere, and they are legitimate. And they are an organization that explains with doctors that actually were the team physicians about what these injuries really are. And they're followed by legitimate sources in broadcast, gaming, etc. Dr. David Chow is going to explain a little bit about Andy Dalton's injury. Listen close, because this is wild.
But it's not significant. It's not the only collateral. He doesn't need surgery. The splinter tape he has on it seems relatively small.
He's saying not a big deal. But wait a second, because Dr. Chow is going to go even further on this. Listen close.
Yes, a thumb is important to grip and spin a football. But more importantly, their season at 1-6 is not going anywhere. They need to see what Bryce Young can do. And he gets a full week of practice, and it's a chance for him to do it. It's a chance for the head coach to be consistent and not flip-flop.
Whoa, that is fascinating. But hold on, because Dr. Chow flat out calls out the Panthers on a conspiracy and cover-up. Listen.
So there is a hiding behind health component here.
Damn.
The thumb is an issue, and let's use that to put Bryce Young in for a chance and see how he does.
You hear what he's saying, right? But wait, because the signs, were they there all along? Continue on. Presented by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. SLBT.com, the home of honest, reliable service since 1970. Andy Dalton walking into practice this week after the accident. Take a close look. Tell me what you notice. There he is, hands in the pouch, on the outside away from the cameras. Trying to act normal, look normal. Why can't we see the thumb? What's going on with the hand? Why can't we see it? Interesting. Meanwhile, take a look. This was the crash scene itself. You see Dalton in the background. You see his hands, but you also see the airbags were deployed. Clearly, this was a legitimate accident. Meanwhile, you got Dave Canales saying we're excited, fired up, in fact, for him to have another opportunity to play some football. It's not what he said on Monday, but okay, here we go. Meanwhile, week 5, just a couple weeks ago, down 36-10, just over 4 minutes left. They put Bryce Young in the game with garbage time remaining. Look at this. Because there he is, and he's looking, and he's moving. and he's throwing
on the move.
and it's a dime.
Now he
Look at
throws
that.
and it's caught.
So we know the kid can play. They put him in garbage time, and Field Yates points out this past Sunday, down 40-7, they put him in again for Andy Dalton in garbage time, which outraged many, including Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN. The question is on the board. Question, what are the Panthers actually doing? They are doing what Dr. Chow alluded to, and that is hiding behind the injury of Andy Dalton. Look, Dalton won the first game. They got that bump. Then he got blown out a couple times. No better, you already saw the QBR, than Bryce Young was. So you got the old guy at the end that you know can't do it. And then you got the new guy that you think can't do it, but maybe still can because you don't know exactly what you have with him. They are, in fact, sitting Andy Dalton behind this thumb injury. They are showcasing Bryce Young, either for trade potential or to see. But most of all, they're using this as an excuse to not flip-flop, to not go back on the word, both the owner, Tepper, and Dave Canales. So instead, you can say, well, we had to play the guy. And if it works out, then you stick with the guy, and there you have it. The team already had a chance to see what else they had, and Andy Dalton clearly wasn't it. Hit subscribe, hit like, comment. I reply to all those comments. And remember, kids, while every day above ground is a good day, some are just more questionable than others. Second night to the bad guy. See you back here on Monday.